Hola! So this is another video of my travels, weekly updates. Today is already Monday, 30th of April, so time is been flying. So I've been here in Guatemala now for 2 months, over just a couple of days over 2 months, and I'm now by the Lake Atitlan. And so yeah, just a little update. So since last video, since Saturday, more than a week ago now, Sunday, so last Sunday, not yesterday, but the Sunday before, it was my last day at work in Antigua. After I worked there for just 2 weeks and a couple of days part-time. But yeah, so it was kind of sad to leave. So my last day wasn't particularly busy, but it was a great place to meet people. I mean, Bar is always a great place to meet people all over the world. So I made some new contacts and met some cool people, and my colleagues as well. Met some nice people there. Definitely a good, fun experience. And very different experience working in a bar in a foreign country where I don't speak the language. But anyways, so yeah, Sunday was my last day, finished at 11, and then I wanted to get paid before I was coming down to the lake, but they pay every Friday at 5, but yeah, my manager wasn't particularly trying to help me to get my pay before, so I was a little bit annoyed with that I had to stay around Antigua until Friday evening, just because they didn't want to pay me before. But anyways, on Monday, so what did I do? So Monday I wanted to actually really go to Hobbitenango or somewhere around the hill, like with the views of Antigua, but I couldn't go up there. I left it a bit too late, and I met up with Ben, the American guy who was here on holiday, and he also wanted to go up there. But anyways, we left it too late, and then we ran out of time, and we wanted to get there before it was getting dark. So we actually went to the restaurant called Cerro San Cristobal, which I've been once before. It's an organic farm, and they have a restaurant there as well. It's a really beautiful place, and it was great to be there for during the daylight. And the sunset, you could see the colors, but not so much of a sunset because it has been really cloudy, and here as well it's getting really cloudy now in the afternoons. Like after midday it gets a bit misty and cloudy. Anyways, that was really nice to go up there again, and we just had a drink there and then got a shuttle back down to Antigua. But yeah, with Hobbitenango you have to either go with somebody or arrange with them to pick you up, but it's not, you can get a taxi, but taxi was expensive, and I couldn't get an Uber because my Uber wasn't working on my phone. Otherwise Uber would be probably the cheapest option to go up there if you didn't want to take a taxi, or I don't need tuk-tuk to even go there. Yeah, no, they're not, because it's too steep. But yeah, so that was that on Monday. And then Tuesday, what did I do on Tuesday? So yeah, Tuesday I actually went to Hobbitenango because my flatmate, he's bought a land there, and it's right next door to Hobbitenango, like just down there. Also really nice views, and so he was going up there, and I told him, like, if he goes next I want to go as well, and I went with him, his two friends, and I was sitting at the back of his car in the boot, and that was fun because I didn't want to sit up front because that's normal, that's what everyone does, that's what I normally do, but yeah, sitting at the back was cool with his friend, and I got a pillow to sit on, so it was very soft and comfortable and with great views as well. But yeah, this time I had more time to look around then. I had a really nice smoothie, walked around with my little smoothie, and went to the top, and you can actually walk and you see a lot of nice views from there. But again, it was a little bit cloudy unfortunately, but still great views. Some views were still there, and then we went to see his land, which is needs to be developed, and there's a lot of work still to be done. But we were there for a couple of hours, and then afterwards I went down to where I worked, to my workplace, just to see whether they can actually pay me before Friday, and I wanted to speak with somebody else, someone higher to see whether they can help me. You know, if you don't ask, you don't get. I like that motto. At least I'm going to ask, you know. And then we ended up staying there until closing. So we had 2 drinks, which I wasn't planning, but it was fun. That was the only time I was kind of out last week. Crazy night, actually. Anyways, and then we went and had some food by the market. And Wednesday we went to a really nice restaurant. So before that we went to my work to see whether the general manager can speak with HR, and he did, and I got my salary, so I was really happy about that. And then after that we went to this place called Restaurant El Tenedor, which is part of the Santo Domingo which is, there's a little boy here. This is so cute. Hola! Hola! He's looking at me like, what the hell am I doing here with my stick, talking to the stick? Anyways, yeah, so we went to this restaurant on Wednesday morning after I got the good news and got my salary, and had this amazing breakfast with the views of volcanoes. It's a really nice hotel, and no, it's not actually a hotel, it's like a restaurant, and they have like function rooms. There's like a museum and art gallery, very cool place. They do like zip wire there, so you can do that with the views. But yeah, that was really nice place. It's called, what did I say? Restaurant El Tenedor del Cerro. And I'll put the link there below my video anyways. And then afterwards my flatmate had to go, so he kind of dropped me halfway, and then I walked down to the town from there, and it was really nice area. Like they had some really amazing houses, so they had like this gated private houses from coming down, like a really nice area of Antigua, very modern buildings and new, they look pretty new. And then I walked around, I found this really nice church, went in there. It was only 7 quetzales to get in, which is really cheap, just less than £1 to get in the entrance, with like all these ruins and all these flowers, and that was really pretty. And then I walked around the town as well, and I found a few other places to visit, some other ruins. And yeah, it's just a relaxing day, kind of, you know, I knew it's like my last couple of days, so I was like trying to see what else I haven't seen, and there were still a few places I haven't seen, so yeah, that was really nice. And in the evening we went to a really nice restaurant, like pizza, Italian restaurant. The restaurants here, actually ended up going there during the day, but I ended by coincidence, and then we went there back in the evening, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually a place I've been during the day, and I actually took a picture of it. But in the evening it looked so different because it had all these candles and lights, and there was live music, and it was a really nice ambience. Really nice food as well. And then Thursday was my last day in Antigua, so really wanted to do the zip wire in that restaurant we went on Wednesday. But then my flatmate was too busy trying to sort out his business stuff, so I was kind of on my own, and I went to see other ruins by the market. Got some pictures, I think, on that. I took some pictures there. I don't remember the name of it, but I put the link below my video. The entrance there was much more expensive. It was 40 quetzales. So in my opinion, the first place was much more worth it, the entrance fee, than the second place. I mean, 40 quetzales is only £4. It's not crazy, but I'm just comparing it to the one I saw the day before, and it was nicer, and it was much better value for the money, in my opinion. And then yeah, so he did actually take me up to that restaurant to see whether I can do that zip wire. But then the weather wasn't great, so views were not really there because it was really cloudy, as it's getting cloudy here now, so you can't really see much, and I thought it's not worth it. And also I didn't want to do it alone because it's always fun to do these kind of things with somebody. So I ended up not doing it, and I just kind of walked around there. It's really nice gardens, and there was like a party or something with some great music, so it's a great vibe as well. And then I walked down from there. Oh no, I took a shuttle bus. Yeah, I took a shuttle bus because they have shuttle buses going down to Antigua. And I met some people there who were musicians from Uruguay, really nice people. And then I walked a little bit around Antigua again in the center, and then went to the hostel. Kind of walked past the hostel, and then I texted Yuri to see whether he's around, whether he's going home. Or, you know, and then he was around, and then we went to the ride. He was on the motorbike, so we went for a short ride for like 20 minutes. He took me to a little town nearby. That was cool. We didn't have helmets, which is made it a bit scary. This is not very clever, but just being careful. And then after we went back to the hostel, his colleague was there. We had few drinks, and then we had some food. We went to eat some food in like a steak restaurant. So I didn't really have any steak because I'm not really a big steak or meat eater in general. Had some nachos with guacamole. Anyways, I'm going into too much detail. And that was it. So my last day on Thursday, and then I had to pack on Friday morning. So I booked my shuttle bus at 12:30, and I had to be in Yuri's hostel at 12:30, but they were late. So in here everybody's always late, so they were like 1.5 hours late. So it's literally just sitting around waiting. We went for a really nice smoothie before, yeah, it was kind of sad saying goodbye to Yuri. Like, he's been a very good friend, and really great that I met him, and he's shown me around in a lot of different places. Very glad, and also very sad for leaving Antigua. So I kind of felt like it was my little home for 2 months. But yeah, I got on a shuttle finally, and in the shuttle bus there was I met a girl from Holland, and we were literally chatting almost the whole entire journey. It's got on really well, and he was coming to the lake to do some videos. He was working basically. She was working for a company, and she had to do some videos. And then she had nothing booked. So, I mean, in terms of accommodation, and I was like, "Where are you staying?" And she was like, "I don't have anything booked." She was like, "Well, Joanne, you can stay with me because I've got two double beds, because I booked accommodation with Airbnb and had 2 double beds in my room." And I was like, you know, I don't mind. And she was like, yeah, why not? So she ended up coming and staying with me. So originally she thought she was going to stay for 1 night, but then she realized that the lake is so big and it will take a little bit longer here. So she ended up staying for 3 nights. So we had 2 days kind of hanging out together and doing fun stuff. So what we did was, so the shuttle it was originally supposed to take like 3 hours, and it actually took us like 4.5 hours. We got here around 5:30, around something, before it got dark basically. And then we literally walked around the lake. So nice, such a nice vibe, a little bit of like a beach vibe because of the water. And when had dinner, we had nice dinner and just chilled out. And then Saturday we went and took a trip to another little town called Sololola. Is that how you say it? Solola. It's called Solola, and it's like 20 minutes on a chicken bus. We took a chicken bus, and that was a fun experience as well. I've been in a chicken bus a couple of times before, but it's always kind of great to be in there with the locals, and it's just having this kind of a local experience. And then on the way back, so yeah, there we went to see like a really cool graveyard, which is so colorful, the most colorful graveyard I've ever seen. There was not many people there at all, but it was just very colorful, a lot of flowers. I've got some, I don't think I put any pictures up, but I will share some pictures of the graveyard. And then we kind of walked down halfway towards Banashel. I mean, I didn't mention before, but I'm staying in Banashel, which is the biggest town around the lake. They call it Pana, but Banashel is the long version of the town. And And yeah, so we kind of walked halfway on the highway. Some areas were not that safe to walk, but it was fine. We saw a couple of other local people walking, and we wanted to walk because he had amazing views. Because we didn't drive, so it was like from the chicken bus you can see the amazing views because it's all along the cliffs. And we were like, we really want to kind of walk there and see the views and maybe take some pictures and just enjoy the views. And we got to this little marketplace, and then from there we just put our hand up for the chicken bus, and they just literally stop when you put your hand up, and then we got back to Panachel. Panachel? Yeah. And what else? We had again dinner. We had fish for dinner. So cheap. It was like 40 quetzales, which is like £4 for fish and like rice and vegetables, guacamole and everything. Obviously, I'm more expensive and nicer places, but we just went for pretty local. And then we wanted to. And then Friday when we arrived, we actually wanted to go out. We went and looked around and on the streets where they were quite busy and like music, but everything was really quiet. So I don't know why it's so quiet. I think it's not a season or something, but most of the places were pretty empty. So we ended up not staying out. But I did run into somebody I met in Antigua, a guy who I met through a friend, and he just randomly went past this bar, and he was there with his friend. I was like waving. He didn't recognize me first, and I went in and was like, "You don't recognize me?" And he was like, "Oh my god, yes, hi, how are you?" Blah blah. Anyways, we stayed with them for like an hour chatting, and they told us they recommended, because the other guy was German, and he's been living here for like 10 years, doing all these eco projects and stuff. Both very smart guys, all into like this natural ecosystem and all these kind of things. And he recommended a really nice place for us to eat on Friday evening, and it was really, really nice. But yeah, Saturday we didn't go out. We just kind of felt tired. Friday we saw how quiet it was, so we thought it probably will be the same quiet. And then we took a trip. We had to get up early on Sunday, so that was another reason. So we had to get up at like 7 o'clock because we decided to go to the market called Chiquicastanango. It's like a huge market. They do every Thursday and Sunday, and there was a Sunday, so we thought let's do that. It's a great local experience as well. And so the bus was leaving at 8 o'clock. We went to the travel agency, and it took like an hour, well more than an hour, because we didn't actually leave at 8. We're supposed to get there at 9, but everything here is late, so they never really run on time. And the market was amazing, so busy, so many colors. Like I've never seen so many colors, I think, in my life. But yeah, everyone is working so hard trying to sell stuff in literally every place you walk past. But yeah, we were there for about 4 hours, and the bus was coming back at 2 o'clock. And again, amazing views along the way, like really, really nice views. And when we got back, we wanted to do like a tour to visit like 4 different villages with a tuk-tuk. But again, the weather, I mean, it's warm and everything, but it was just not clear. The sky was not clear, so we thought it's not worth it to take the tuk-tuk if you really can't see the views. So we just decided to walk to another little area nearby, like a little a town, not even a town, but like literally like 15 minutes walk. We wanted to take a shortcut through the walking along the lake, but there was some private land, so we got kicked out. So we went the normal way through the highway. But we ended up this amazing hotel that then they had like this botanical gardens. They had so many different flowers, and the gardens were just amazing, so well looked after, so colorful, so many different types of flowers and trees, and they had all these different types of birds and parrots in there as well. We kind of just walked in there and wandered around, and it was really, really nice. I don't know if we had to pay or anything, but no one asked us anything. We just kind of walked around, and then we went and thought we'll have a drink in there in the bar. And yeah, they had amazing views again from the lake. it's called, what is it called? I don't have the name for it. But anyways, I'll put a link below my video for that place. And to stay there is much more expensive than where I'm staying now, because Airbnb is really cheap. So this hotel, I think we checked online, was like $93 or something like that, or a night. Yeah, so in terms of, it's a luxury hotel, it's not that bad comparison to Europe, the prices are in Europe. But yeah, so after that we went back to Panachel, and then we just had some dinner and went back to the house, and then that was Sunday. Today is Monday, and I decided, because my friend Jade, she left early morning to go to Champagne. It's a 12-hour journey, which is really long, and I've got to do that as well at one point. And so I'm on my own now again. So I was like, what can I do? And I left quite late. I woke up early, but I didn't leave the house early enough. So I got to the town. Well, I'm in town, but it's like 3 minutes walk to the travel agency, and I got there just before 10, and they didn't have any more tours. So I decided to take a tuk-tuk to two little towns not far. The one I'm now is called San Lucas, and the one we drove through is called San Antonio. So I'm gonna literally take a tuk-tuk or chicken bus, probably tuk-tuk because I haven't seen any chicken buses here, to San Antonio, and then from San Antonio I can walk down. I think it's about maybe 45 minutes walk. But yeah, the tuk-tuk here, it was not cheap. It was like 150 quetzales, which is 15 pounds. But there's no other way to get here. It's too far to walk. And the other option is take a private boat, which is like 400 quetzales, and it's much more expensive to come that way. But yeah, I thought I'll do that. So now it's like 1 o'clock, and I should really get going from here to go to another town and see the other one. And this video has been way too long because so much have happened. Anyways, I will do another video next week, and adios amigos.